Hi, everyone. This is Amanda Sabrisha. I'm the Executive Director of the HCC Foundation, and I'm here with our Director of Institutional Advancement, Patrick Carpenter. And today we just wanted to take a couple of minutes to talk to you about the HCC Foundation's scholarship season, which is happening now. And we wanted to remind everyone that the deadline for students to apply for scholarships is Friday, April 16th. So today we just kind of wanted to go through the who, what, when, where, why of scholarships to make sure you had everything you needed to be able to complete your application by Friday, April 16th. So I'm just going to ask Patrick some questions that will hopefully help you with your application. So Patrick, could you just describe for us what are scholarships and who are they for?
Absolutely, sure. So I'll answer the last question first because they're for everybody here at HCC. Our scholarships are for everybody. Scholarships are essentially a form of financial aid that fits into a category that's called gift aid, which means it's the type of aid that a student can receive and not have to pay back. Those scholarships are all funded by generous donors, many of them alumni at HCC. Who have a deep connection to our mission and to our students. And they're trying to create a better region and a better world by investing in our students. And there is a vast array of opportunities that exist within our scholarship program. So there is one for, I guarantee you, every kind of student on our campus.
And how much funding during this scholarship process are we really talking about that's available for students?
I think we're at a record this year. The foundation has over $300,000 from over 150 different scholarship funds to disperse to students this year. And Amanda, I have to tell you that when you work with these donors, the most important thing relative to scholarship is making sure you've given out all of the money that they've generously contributed to the school. So that's one reason to apply. These donors want you to have the money.
So all students need to do is apply, which I know is a very simple process. So just talk us through for a moment, how does a student get considered for these scholarships? What is the process?
Sure. So we run our whole process through an online database. The website, it's actually a website that you can visit. It's at hcc.academicworks.com. That'll bring you directly to our login page. And once you arrive, all you have to do is, there are two options, sign in or sign up. You select sign up. Your information is already in there from an import. So all you have to do is set credentials. You go in, you fill out one application. One application that takes about 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. You submit it and it automatically matches you to the vast majority of opportunities that we have for which you qualify. So there's no work on the student's part trying to poke around to figure out where they qualify. We do it for you.
Awesome. And I'll mention too, because we've got a couple of kind of cheat sheets and helpful tips in terms of how to put together an essay, which is part of the 10 minutes that it will take you to put your scholarship application together. If you go to hcc.edu/scholarships, there's a button there to take you to the page that Patrick just described, and also some helpful tips and pointers to help walk you through that process. But it is super easy.
Super easy.
So then, reminder, by when do students need to apply in order to be considered for all of this funding?
Excellent question. The deadline is April 16th, April 16th, April 16th. Get those applications done and get them in. That's a firm deadline too. So please consider doing it by the 16th.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And last but not least, why, again, should students just take a few minutes to apply? Why are scholarships important, and why would it be important to a student?
Yeah, I think going back to something we touched on quickly, there's just so many different kinds of scholarships that we have. So if a student is sitting there thinking, I know it's scholarship season, but I'm not the type of student that scholarships exist for, you're probably wrong. We have students for like I said, every kind of student. So it's a priority to apply because if you're studying a certain major, you could qualify. If you're from a certain town or you have military service, you could qualify. If you have financial need, we have a vast number of these that cover a vast number of different student needs. So that is the number one reason. Number two is, again, it's so easy. And number three, the donors want you to have this money. They give it for a reason. They give it to be given out. So they want you to have it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for spending a couple of minutes. Thank you for listening and watching today. Again, the deadline for scholarships is Friday, April 16th. We really hope that you will apply so that you can be considered for some amazing funding provided by wonderful donors and alumni. And thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.